Got a feel for that gentleman from the RAF, haven't you? He's not the first to have trouble with that tunnel, as Robbie Savage would tell you. It's Birmingham against Villa first up this afternoon. Pompey and Manchester City to follow. We are interactive. If you wish to enjoy the facility, push the red button on the remote control and follow the instructions. Match commentators at St Andrews, Alan Smith and Rob Hawthorne.
Two players on each side who played in the last derby 19 months ago, but Liam Ridgewell, now the Birmingham captain, was lining up for Aston Villa, of course, on that particular day. He's the first permanent transfer from Villa to Birmingham for 23 years. The last Des Bremner won his first game against his old club 3-0 at Villa Park. So here we are, 6 days on. Smoke of bonfire night disperses, the fireworks start all over again. The 105th league meeting of these second city rivals, and Birmingham win a free kick. Johan Juru coming forward for it, up against Martin Larsson and Zat Knight, one of the two Brummies in the Villa side. It's delivered by De Ridder, and Larsson saw it all the way, cleared by Ashley Young. Here's John Carew. Nafty going in with a challenge. It's broken here to Cameron Jerome, who found himself swamped. Gareth Barry it was who took it away from him. He couldn't run away with it because of Jerome's challenge.
Well, you're going to expect that. An opening spell, fast and furious, nobody being able to dwell on the ball. Good chance for Birmingham to deliver accurate free kick in there through Daniel De Ridder, who is a really good exponent from those set-piece situations. Good technical ability. He'll be looking for a quick start from his players.
Well, surprisingly, for all their years in the game, it's the first time that Steve Bruce and Martin O'Neill have opposed each other, either as players or managers. There's De Ridder. And Martin Larsson here. It's a day for defenders and goalkeepers to keep their nerve, and that wasn't a back pass to especially trouble Scott Carson. And the throw-ins back to Villa goalkeepers have troubled them here in the past.
Yes, don't we know? Here a few years back, weren't meant to see that Peter Enkelman error. But Aston Villa have started with a 4-4-2 with Agbonlahor staying fairly close to John Carew. Interesting to see if it stays that way.
Here's De Ridder, it was a bit tight for him there. Now Baumer. And that's Larsson looking long for Carew. He has Johan Juru to try and hold off. Carew back Villa, he's not played since he scored in his last appearance against Everton. 6 games he's missed with a knee injury. He's not even had a reserve game to prepare him for this.
It's a heck of a match to come back into, isn't it? When you're not 100% match fit, adrenaline will keep him going for the most part.
That's Mehdi Nafty looking for Capo, who's been amongst the goals lately for Birmingham. Now Raphael Schmitz. Schmitz looking to play it down the line. Ball aimed towards Jerome, but it's fallen instead here to Daniel De Ridder. Blocked by Baumer. Back in by Kelly. Here's Palacios. Tried to take on Melberg, but the defender did enough. Now Gabriel Agbonlahor. Cheers just temporarily knocking him out of his stride. He's only had 5 minutes experience of a derby. That was Cameron Jerome looking for a handball decision there out of Zat Knight. Got on with it and flashed it across the face.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was slack from Aston Villa's point of view, because Cameron Jerome had just drifted behind them from the throw-in. He can't be offside, and it certainly did strike Zat Knight's left arm.
It did look as though there might have been a movement of the arm to the ball then from Zat Knight. It's De Ridder's corner. It's away by Baumer. And it's a corner.
That was a good chance for Johan Juru to get his volley away. Didn't quite catch it. Good, vibrant, positive start, though, from Birmingham. You can see they go completely to sleep. The striker drifts in behind Zat Knight, and the arm does come out. Extremely lucky Aston Villa to get away with that one.
It's Daniel Derrida with a corner kick. Jerome just got in behind Scott Carson, who took it commandingly enough. Here's Baumer. Cleared by Liam Ridgewell. Now Rio Coker. This is Gareth Barry. Birmingham fans here really cranking up a good atmosphere. Less than hospitable towards the Villa players, as you'd have expected. It's Jerome. Gareth Barry, one of the three players in this Villa team in the England squad at the moment. Ashley Young and Scott Carson, the others. There's Zat Knight, who's also won a couple of England caps before he arrived in Birmingham. Now Larson. Away by Ridgewell. Now Capo. Here's Cameron Jerome. It's a foul.
They're playing quite a fluid system, Birmingham. A lot of movement, and at the moment Aston Villa finding it difficult to keep track of their men. In a decent position for a free kick. What is that? Good 30 yards out, at least. Asking a lot to test Scott Carson from here, but the slightest deflection, as we see countless times.
Well, Capo's got a good left foot, as he showed to Chelsea on the opening day of this season, but he's walked away, leaving it instead to Daniel Derrida, who's still looking for his first goal for Birmingham City. Derrida hits it through, but nothing to trouble Scott Carson. Cleared comfortably enough by Nigel Rio Coker, that. Stephen Kelly. Ridgewell and Jura both stayed forward for that. Here's Palacios. Mwamba. Now Juru. Palacios looking to spread it and picking out Daniel Derrida. Now Mehdi Nafti. Got a bit short for Kelly, that. Bon Lahore saw an opportunity, closed down well.
We've got some decent football now, Birmingham. Through people like Daniel Derrida, Olivier Capo. Palacios has had quite a few touches. Opening spell.
Here's Kelly. Cleared by Baumer. This is Bon Lahore struggling to free himself from Mehdi Nafti. He's won the free kick. Well, already it's been keenly fought, this derby. Baumer. Up towards John Carew. Heading it against Cameron, then getting it clear at the second attempt to Petrov. Here's Olaf Melberg. Back by Bon Lahore. Petrov. Now can Carew break free? He's got Young over to his left if he can. He may not need him. Well, Kelly in the end got it away.
Complete miss kick from John Carew. I don't actually think that ball was meant to be played into the channel. It was rather into Carew's feet that Petrov tried it, but he worked in the striker's favour. But what a chance he had to swing that left peg at this and test the keeper. Complete miss kick from the Norwegian, and then the chance is gone.
Carew still finding his feet after 6 out. In towards Zat Knight with the corner, which comes back at the taker, Gareth Barry. Looking for Petrov. He's done well here, still in Petrov. It's dangerous. Oh, it's in! In off a defender.
I think it's Liam Ridgewell, though.
Of all people, Liam Ridgewell.
Well, we're talking about own goals, weren't we, just before the boys in the studio, the fact that Ridgewell had had a few for Villa, and there you can see it. It comes off his knee. He's expecting the player in front to deal with it, and he's caught on his heels completely. It's a really soft one from Birmingham's point of view. You can see Giroud just ahead. He can't get to it. He leaves it for his central defensive partner, and Ridgewell makes an almighty hash of it.
A horrible, horrible moment for Liam Ridgewell. 10 minutes into his first reunion with his old club. It's an own goal that puts Villa ahead in the second City derby.
Under no pressure were they, either of those two centre-halves. They get a goal for nothing, Villa. Always something in these derbies. Always something, isn't there?
That's Palacios. Capo. And Palmer turns it behind.
They've got to gather the composure now. This Birmingham side, this pretty young Birmingham side as well, when you look through the ranks. They've started the game well. All of a sudden, they're a goal down.
Derrida's kick. Melberg meets it. Nafti. Here's Derrida. Petrov brings it clear. Here's Kelly. Now Derrida. It's given away to Ashley Young. Now Baumer. This is Barry. Petrov taken down by Palacios.
His team had looked so comfortable, hadn't they? Really under threat. That one little moment when Carew had the chance to pull the trigger. Before that, Villa hadn't been able to mount anything of note.
Liam Ridgewell, just short of 100 games for Aston Villa. Scored a few for them in that time, and he scored one for them today.
Oh, what a big day it is for him. He'd have been really pumped up before this match. Don't quite know what he's trying to do there. Got to expect the ball to come your way as a defender. Always expect the worst-case scenario.
Ashley Young. Agbonlahor. They've been brought back by Steve Bennett for the challenge on Young. Lambert who caught him. Here's Young. Now Carew. Zach Knight. Here's Larson. Now Barry. Rio Coca. Melberg losing out to Olivier Capo.
A goal like that is bound to knock you sideways. 5 minutes or so, and Birmingham just finding that at the moment, trying to find the feet again.
Jerome unable to do that though, because Steve Bennett has brought play back for the free kick. Here's Baumer. Now Melberg. Agbonlahor. Barry. Ashley Young. Trying to take on Kelly.
don't want to see that happening too often. Ashley Young able to isolate his fullback. Kelly a one-on-one. Use his pace. Needs a bit of help there, Kelly.
Martin O'Neill's 50th Premier League game in charge of Aston Villa today. It started well enough with a goal, even though it's from an unlikely source, a player that he sold to Birmingham in the summer. Agbonlahor. Giroud gets it away and then gets caught after releasing it, and straight away realises the seriousness of the problem. And we're going to get the first caution of this match.
No, we haven't had too many fouls in this game so far. Serious fouls, that is, but still Bennett mentioned his role at the start of this match. What kind of tack he was going to take. It's not a high challenge from Gareth Barry. It's a fraction of a second late. I think he's unlucky, the Villa captain. He certainly catches Giroud as he lays this off. Right on the instep, it would have been painful.
Giroud is still off at the moment, and Birmingham having loaded their bench with attacking options that they may well come to need. They've had to drop Raphael Schmitz back into the centre for the moment alongside. Well, they do have Sebastian Larsson on the bench, who has played as a fullback in his career. Rio Coca. Now Ashley Young. Miranda snapping into the challenge on Rio Coca. And here's Nafti. Giroud wants to return. Here's Derrida. And it's given away to Gareth Barry, slipped through here to John Carew! And it's cleared in the end by Raphael Schmitz, and Birmingham would have been furious if that had led to anything. Giroud was waiting to come back on.
Well, Derrida's far too close to Nafti. Attempt that kind of ball, puts them in all sorts of trouble, but this is a really smart save from Mike Taylor. It really is. A combination of his left leg and a bit of his hand as well. 2 goals down there, and they would have been right up against it, Birmingham.
Well, their goalkeeper having saved them on that occasion, they have now got Giroud back on. Here's Knight. Now Gareth Barry. This is Baumer. Ashley Young up against Stephen Kelly. Derrida came in the end. The referee's made a note of that. It's Baumer's cross.
And you see Birmingham quite fearful of whenever Ashley Young gets the ball. Derrida coming back to help out with his fullback. Doing them a 2 against 1, but he's a bundle of tricks, Young, when he's on form.
Now Melba. Skips away from Agbonlahor. Kelly. Baumer. Here's Young. Agbonlahor. Kelly forced him into a cul-de-sac, but a corner has been won.
Well, you can see the nerves within that Birmingham back four. They're getting the ball up to the likes of Agbonlahor. They don't know whether to stick or twist at times, whether to go on tight to the strikers or whether to drop off, and as a result, they've been able to get the ball into feet once or twice, the Aston Villa strikers.
Young hardly amongst friends as he lines up to take this corner. And towards Barry, over his head in the end, good punch. Baumer. Ridgewell away. Joru has a problem again, but just look at that. Over the last 5 minutes, how Villa have upped the pressure.
Good controlled possession as well at times, and got into some really dangerous areas, as that 30% demonstrates.
Well, this has horrible echoes for Birmingham of their last meeting with Villa, when they lost Matthew Upson and lost David Dunn through injury fairly early on, and this problem for Johan Joru is obviously a nagging one after the challenge that brought Gareth Barry his yellow card. So are they going to have to throw Sebastian Larsson on already, or will they give Joru more time?
Well, I think they're going to give him a little bit of time just to see if they can treat it. Wouldn't want to lose him and necessitate a reshuffle this time.
Extra strapping just being added to that right foot of Johan Joru. Here's Mwamba. Capo couldn't bring it down. Here's Olof Melberg. Agbonlahor trying to run it past Schmitz, who's having to cover for Joru, who's off. Did enough then. Palacios, who's playing on the left side of defence. This is Young. Worrying times these for Birmingham, down to 10 men, and Villa with a bit between their teeth. Petrov.
I think he had more room than he actually realised there, Petrov. He thought that Ashley Young had continued his run, but he had a great chance to just steady himself, have a look up, and perhaps have a pot at goal there. They're well in control, aren't they, at the moment, the visitors?
Johan Joru, after a second spell off the pitch, has heavier strapping now around that right foot. This is how it happened.
Well, there's no doubt it was a painful challenge from Gareth Barry. I don't think there was any malice involved from the Villa captain. He picked up a yellow card. Bennett got a quality service up to Cameron Jerome at the moment, who's playing up front on his own. You can hear the moans and groans from the St Andrews faithful when it just keeps coming back. Always looks bad when you've just got the one up front at home if that system isn't working. It isn't quite clicking into gear at the moment.
Here's Kelly. Cameron Jerome's header. Away by Zach Knight. Peru forced over by Stephen Kelly. Birmingham have won 2 of their last 3 here at St Andrews. West Ham and Manchester United, the visitors who have won here so far this season. Baumer's free kick. Peru's header on, cleared by Schmitz.
Well, it is a problem for Steve Bruce. I mentioned earlier the relative inexperience, the youth in this side. You look across the midfield, Derrida's 23, Mwamba 19, Palacios is only 23, and that's showing at the moment. Just struggling to regain a foothold in this match.
Rio Coker finding Ashley Young. Ambitious from Young.
There's a chance to let it go. And Ashley Young, you can see he's just trying to guide this one into the top right-hand corner.
Jerome. Hold on to it well, here's Derrida. Well held.
Beautiful little stud-up cross there from Daniel Derrida. If they can do that more often, get the ball out to the wide men, in the way that Aston Villa are getting out to Ashley Young down on this left-hand side. Give them a much better chance of getting men up in support of Cameron Jerome.
Jerome just giving Larson a nudge in the back. And with 20 minutes to go to half-time, Villa leading.
They do a lot wrong there. Jerome not wrong at all.
Rafael Schmitz. White winning the header, away by Palacios. Now Cameron Jerome. Here's Nafti. Kelly. Petrov going in with a challenge on Nafti, who picked himself up pretty quickly. Well, more Premier League action to come after this. We're at Fratton Park today for Portsmouth against Manchester City. That comes at live Sky Sports 1 and HD 3:30. There's Liam Ridgewell, who's had to pick himself up and dust himself down after that horrible early moment. The own goal in the 10th minute. It's given his former team the lead. That Knight, who got away with a handball before that Villa goal.
Moments like that, little passages of play that can decide these kind of closely fought contests.
Knight meets the throw-in. It's Melberg away, and Rio Coker. Schmidt. Balls for Barry. Here's Agbonlahor. Got away from Ridgewell, but not from Muamba. Here's Derrida. Larson away, but straight to Daniel Derrida. Blocked by Larson again. Agbonlahor. Muamba has to try and hold off Rio Coker. Barry comes in but misses his kick, losing out to Olivier Capo. He's got a great left foot. And he tries to demonstrate it there, but it's off the target.
Well, with a left peg like his, he certainly would have expected to do a bit better than that. Gareth Barry thought he was shoved in the back when he went in for that challenge. That was a real miscue from the Frenchman. And you just sense Birmingham are back into this game, and particularly when they get down the right-hand side through Derrida, the Dutchman. They look quite useful.
It's Melberg. And again Melberg. Now Carew. Schmitz and Carew, both from the French league. Schmitz on loan from Lille. Carew, who joined from Lyon in the deal that saw Milan Baros move in the opposite direction. It's away by Liam Ridgewell. Carew. Ridgewell. Away by Nafti. Melberg. Schmidt's away. Peru got in front of Nafti. It's Ridgewell away this time. Barry. Now Ashley Young. Shuru. Ridgewell clears. Larson. To Ridgewell again. On the Hall finally able to hold on, but then Nafti came back to give him no time. This is Shuru. Well, it's a bit scrappy at the moment.
It is, but better from Birmingham's point of view when the ball came into bottom of the Hall. Shuru nice and tight, not allowing his man to turn, and that's happened too often. Levelled itself up now, hasn't it? Possession.
Carew. Carew's ball over the head of Rio Coca. Taylor now playing in his 6th consecutive derby between these two clubs. Nothing that he could do about Ridgewell's horrible early moment. Here's that night. Schmitz. Here's Jerome. Derrida's free. It's Daniel Derrida inside Baumer. Trip by Larson. No.
Is he going to book him for diving?
It looks like it.
You've got to be certain on these, haven't you, as a referee? It's a real contentious aspect of the game. Booking players for diving, if you do get it wrong, you're made to look foolish, and the player is extremely unlucky. Again, whenever they get the ball out to Derrida, it looks like things are going to happen, and on that occasion, he had that little bit of space that he's been denied previously. Chose not to take it on his right foot, wanted to get it onto the left. And that gave the Villa defenders a chance to get the challenge in. Could have hit it here. Wants to get onto that left peg now. Where's some contact toe-to-toe here? He might have clipped him, you know. I think he did.
Well, that's two big decisions now that have gone against Birmingham City. And it was adding insult to injury, really, for Daniel Derrida, but he should pick up a yellow card for it. He may well have felt something there from Martin Larson.
Well, the defender had to be sure. He's really committed himself, and he certainly gets contact with Derrida's left foot. There might have been a bit of a delayed reaction in going down, but take a look at the defender's right boot. It comes across and connects with the Dutchman's foot, no doubt for me.
Headed back by Capo. Barry. Now Melbourne. Ridgewell's header. Now Palacios. Here's Young. Now Baumer. Headed back by Bon Lahore. This is Young. Derrida in trouble again. Knocking Young out of his stride.
Well, that's what happens. You book. All of a sudden you find yourself in a awkward situation if that same player has actually committed a foul.
Ashley Young's kick, well met by Giroud. Now Ridgewell. Barry. Nafty won it.
Well, it's all going Villa's well at the moment, just looking at Steve Bruce down in the technical area, going mad that again his team didn't get that decision. And the player went down. He'll feel really hard done by in this first half.
It's Gareth Barry's corner. The referee saw a push. Two ironic cheers from Birmingham fans who don't exactly feel they've had the rub of the green from Steve Bennett.
I just wonder whether that's to even things up a little bit, to get the crowd back on his side. Bit of pushing and shoving, but nothing you don't normally see in a corner.
Well, nothing has gone Birmingham's way, has it, at the moment? 2 penalty claims, both rejected. Oh, Kelly and Giroud mixed up there. Here's Carew. Complete lack of communication then.
Well, it looked like the centre-half's ball really, and Kelly came into it. He just needed a shout. If he did give a shout, Giroud couldn't react to it, and you can see the result. He's cutting across it, John Carew.
Well, the manner of the goal so far sums up how things have gone for the home team in this first half. Against the run of play when it was scored, a scruffy goal from their own captain in favour of his former club. He's won a free kick there, Ridgewell, and Nafty has got on with it. Here's Carew. Ashley Young. Bauma. On by Carew. Flag up against Agbon Lahore. Larson's header, now Derrida. Oh, Capo didn't react.
Well, interesting to see exactly how close he was, Olivier Capo, to this ball, because he just seemed to let it go across him. It came from that right-hand side. He had again Derrida up against Bauma in this first half. He's had quite a lot of joy. Just stops, doesn't he, Capo? Could have thrown himself at it.
He has been Birmingham's main source of goals this season, Olivier Capo. 3 of the 5 he's managed have come in the last 2 matches. Here's Ashley Young.
Well, he's travelling at pace, Ashley Young. That's all it deserves, just a little talk from me. Should do that a little more often, Steve Bennett.
No card then for Nafty, but a free kick in a dangerous area. Villa enjoying good aerial power with Knight and Carew in there. Mellberg and Larson liable to cause problems as well.
I'm sure it's going to be the whip one towards the far post, see if somebody can just get a nick on it.
Once the ball moves back. It is Young who strikes his own man. Gareth Barry did Birmingham's job for them. Oh well, Birmingham captain did Villa a favour early on, and Gareth Barry has just done likewise. Petrov. Here's Schmitz. Baumer. Kelly.
It's going to foul throw now against Birmingham.
Nothing going right at all for Steve Bruce at the moment. One relief for him from this first half is that Johan Djourou does seem to have overcome that injury problem that was threatening his involvement in the game. Here's Muamba. It's cut out by Ashley Young. Here's Baumer. Petrov. Young. Petrov. Taylor saving the corner after it had come off Fabrice Muamba.
He's drifted into that position, hasn't he, Stiliyan Petrov? A couple of times now. Unchecked.
Martin O'Neill's first bye for Villa, Stiliyan Petrov. One half of his 34 appearances in Old Firm games, scored in a few as well, 5 in fact. Here's Nafti. Now Schmitz. Capo. And this is Mellberg. Ran into trouble then, right into Mehdi Nafti. Petrov picks it up though. Kelly. Baumer. Birmingham just struggling to knit anything together at the moment.
Yeah, they struggle with the passes a lot of the time, struggle to get the ball into the feet of Cameron Jerome up front, and he's been tussling in the air against Martin Larsson in the main. He's always going to come second best in those challenges. Steve Bruce will want a bit more composure in possession.
Here's Capo. Jerome. Well, overplayed in the end. I wondered if Capo might have been tempted to shoot. The angle always against Cameron Jerome. Djourou up to Cameron Jerome. Tried to ease it into the path of Capo, but it doesn't come off. Carew with a header back, giving Agbonlahor something to chase. Djourou had switched off for a moment there. And here's Young. Well, the one question you can never have against Agbonlahor is pace. But there's Capo, here's Cameron Jerome. He's got a lot of work to do here. And he can't finish it.
First touch did for him, didn't it? He needed to take it in his stride, really. Whether he was happy with the ball in. I think there was too much wrong with it from Capo. You can see he takes it on the outside of his foot, and that kills his momentum. This is the Agbonlahor chance. He could have just fed it round the outside into that far corner. Another good stop from Taylor, you'd expect that. The best struck shot in the world.
Well, even though Birmingham have had their moments of misfortune, no question about it, Mike Taylor has been the busier of the two goalkeepers. Stockhausen at the other end, taking a few crosses. No direct shots on his goal to deal with. Here's Capo. Now Derrida. It's Gareth Barry away. Rio Coca. Now Mellberg. Djourou.
Just once or twice in this first half, Birmingham have engineered promising positions for themselves, haven't they? If they can be that little bit more clinical. This Aston Villa back four is by no means watertight. The home side can put them under a little more after the break.
2 first half added minutes here. Here's Young. Seemed to be eased out of the way then by Stephen Kelly. Goal kick given.
Does well here, actually, Kelly doesn't commit himself.
Petrov went in for the challenge on Nafti, and the free kick goes against the Birmingham man. Carew.
Real mismatch there at the far stick. John Carew up against Schmidt.
Steve Bruce, 6 years in charge of Birmingham City next month. The longest serving manager here in some 70 years now. Here's Schmitz. Here's Barry. Ashley Young. 2 up to his right. Couldn't get past Kelly though.
Again, good defending to frustrate Ashley Young, that. Stephen Kelly, just eyes on the ball, good body position. Gets his body in the way in the end. No foul there.
We're pleased to get to half-time with this scoreline. And Villa have got to half-time with the lead. Given a helping hand by their former player Liam Ridgewell, whose own goal is the difference between the two sides. But Birmingham finding no help from referee Steve Bennett, who's rejected 2 penalty appeals, one for a handball, the other for an apparent foul on Daniel Derrida. Half-time, Birmingham 0, Villa 1.
Steve Bruce will be furious when he sees the pictures. Steve Bennett certain it wasn't. I think we've got a different view in here. Andy Gray, Jamie Redknapp and Glenn Hodler with us. We're at Portsmouth, where Manchester City come later. But when we come back, we'll look back on 45 minutes that have certainly not gone Birmingham's way. They trail by a 1-0.
Friday, 2 England internationals on Sky Sports. At 5:30, a UEFA Under-21 Championship qualifier.
Sweet as you like.
Pierce's youngsters take on Bulgaria.
This is great.
Then it's straight to Vienna.
Lampard!
England look to find form against Austria.
Great goal for England.
An international football double. Friday from 5:30, Sky Sports 1 and HD1.
Busy day in the Premier League. We are at Pompey, where Portsmouth play Manchester City at 3:30. And you can see all of tonight's Barclays Premier League football with Football First, 10 o'clock, with Matt Lorenzo on Sky Sports 1. Well, controversy at St Andrews. Do we have a split decision or a unanimous one here on whether that was a penalty or not for Derrida?
Unanimous.
Was.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Don't think there's a doubt, Richard. It's quite staggering. There are some officials, you know, I watch, and I'm never surprised that at the end of the day they're involved in controversial decisions that they get wrong. Steve Bennett's in that category for me. This is a penalty. And what compounds it to me is how he can judge that Daniel Derrida is diving here is just... He might have to look past Gareth Barry, you can see it there. And if it runs on now, you'll see him just kind of duck to try and look behind. And OK, he might turn around and say to you, I couldn't see it properly,
There it is,
so I
Andy,
couldn't
look,
get it.
that right foot there. He catches his right foot. It's a definite penalty.
Did you not catch both feet?
I think he gets both, but I mean, it's you've got to be. The thing is, you've got to be 100% absolute, with no shadow of doubt, as a penalty, as a referee, whether he's dived. And you know, he's not. He's got Barry in the way. There's contact being made, and then he thinks he's dived. And I think that's a big.
It is a thrash by Larson. It's a horrible challenge for Larson. What he was doing, I don't know.
They could have had two penalties.
Would you forgive him if he hasn't given that, but doesn't book de Ridder because he's not sure?
If Steve Bennett came out saying, and we've looked at that and says, well, you can see why he didn't give it. He couldn't get a decent look at it. You could probably understand that. But he's obviously, in his own mind, had a clear view of it because he's gone and booked the kid for diving. And by the letter of the law, there was a tackle later on, and Jamie said that de Ridder took Ashley Young down from behind. Should have been a booking. Now, de Ridder might have been off, and that would have been Bennett's fault, no one else's.
It's very difficult because these guys are going at such pace now. He's trying to see something, but to book him, because there are so many campaigns now to rid the game of bookings, but they are travelling at such speeds, these young players now. They're so quick, and it's so difficult to see the human eye.
What about this early on, if anyone's seen this?
This is the second one. This is that night. It's a definite handball. The only doubt maybe is it inside the box, but for me, it's a
You see the referee's looking at that from. He's got a great view of it again.
You're not sure whether it's inside
the elbow
the
comes
box
up
or
from.
He
Definitely comes up.
Definitely, he moves it to the ball, doesn't he?
I mean, you can see Cameron Jerome immediately appeals. He thinks penalty.
Birmingham have been first 10 minutes, well, top class. Everything that Steve Bruce would have wanted from his team.
But wasn't it typical then that Aston Villa go and get the game's only goal so far? Was Ridgewell unlucky? Was there anything he could have done?
I think as a defender, you've got to be aware, you know, that ball coming in at that area, you've got to be on your toes to make sure you clear it. His teammate ahead of him, Drew, doesn't make him. It's difficult. He feels he's going to clear it, and he just gets caught. But he's got to preempt that. He's got to look at the worst here and be ready to whoosh that away. And
he does. He thinks his mate's going to help him, doesn't he? But I still think as a defender, you've got to anticipate that. He doesn't react at all. He waits for him to hit him on the leg. He's flat-footed. Everything that you want. Don't want your defender.
I tell you what Steve Bruce will pick out from that as well, Richard. He'll pick out before the cross comes in, because when the ball was slid to Petrov, Capel goes out, and he's a big, strong lad. We've talked about Capel, and he gets beaten far too easily by Petrov, eased off the ball and allowed to cross it. It could have been seen out then.
Birmingham trail at home in the second City derby. It's Portsmouth and Manchester City for later. Last word at 6:30. Next, back to Birmingham.
This game is more difficult than you think. How many countries make up Great Britain?
One. That's a new game show where the kids outclass the adults.
No big money.
No money at all.
Join Noel Edmonds for Are You Smarter Than a 10-Year-Old tonight at 6, Sky 1 and Sky 1 HD.
Beep, 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 beep. Go the horns in the cars in the street. We walked away from the lovers' leap. Opposite directions, synchronized feet. Can you wait forever if time is all it takes?
It's great when good things never end.
Ready and cut!
That's why at Orange we now offer unlimited free texts on Orange Pay As You Go to any network at any time. So you can keep going as long as you want. Good things should never
The ING Direct Savings account makes savings easy. Easy to move your money in and out whenever you want. Easy to save your money with no catches. And now with a great rate of 5.4%, it's easy to see why ING Direct is the world's leading direct savings bank. Call 0800 183 881 or go online. ING Direct. It's your money.
Hi, I'm José Luis Hernández, president of Polaris World. 5 years ago, Spanish property prices were attractive. Today, they are not. At Polaris World, we have worked to keep our prices competitive. That's why we can offer you two-bedroom properties from £80,000 in some of the best resorts in Europe, in Murcia, on the Mediterranean. Make sure you pay for your property a fair price.
Luxury Spanish Properties by Polaris World.
Introducing Polo Explorer, the new fragrance for men by Ralph Lauren.
Do the red thing. Get together with two inspired fragrances from Emporio Armani.
When is a good deal not a good deal on home insurance?
When they attract you with introductory offers, you find out that there may be strings attached.
At Direct Line, we're currently offering all new customers 12 months for the price of 9. No catches.
That's better.
Direct Line, a good deal better. Call 0845 246 8755 or visit directline.com.
From high in the Rocky Mountains comes a taste that's as clean as glacier water, as crisp as Arctic air, and with over a century of brewing tradition, it's the light taste that's always refreshing.
And you're doing it again.
What? Coors Light. Damn, that's a light-tasting beer. Brewed to taste light.
I delivered a baby on a plane.
Going back.
In the 70s.
Changing lives.
You're the man on the plane. You helped me.
Journeyman. Thursday at 10. Sky 1.
Got live football tomorrow night from the Championship. Two teams pushing hard for a playoff place. It's Coventry against West Brom, 7:30 Sky Sports 1. A match also available in high definition. Channel 408 with the Sky HD box. Birmingham are back, but trail to Aston Villa by a goal-0. Remember, Portsmouth and Manchester City are on the back of this. Match commentators, Alan Smith and Rob Hawthorne.
And Aston Villa are returning to the field unchanged, although we understand that Birmingham are going to make a half-time substitution. Mikel Forsell was warming up on the pitch when called back by Nigel Spink as part of Steve Bruce's master plan for the second half. He's actually coming on in place of Wilson Palacios. And Steve Bruce obviously understands the stress that the Honduran midfielder has been under after the kidnapping of his younger brother. Problems that have been added to with news we understand that his father has now been taken ill as a result of the kidnapping of Palacios' younger sibling. So Forsell on, having scored a hat-trick in a behind closed doors friendly against Villa. The Birmingham lost 4-3 at Bodymoor Heath recently. Forsell has also scored in this derby proper, scored in a 2-2 draw at Villa Park back in February 2004. But at the moment here, Aston Villa on course for a third straight win over Birmingham for the first time in 27 years.
It also gives them a chance to go back to 4-4-2 and give Cameron Jerome that little bit of extra support that he was in need of at times in the first half. He just felt that if they could put this Villa back four under a little bit more pressure, they might get some joy.
Ashley Young with a free kick. Ridgewell happy to see that one go by.
Just a little bit too close to the keeper, that one, from Ashley Young.
It's Larson. Ronaldo's given away the free kick. Challenge on Gareth Barry, one of the two players on a yellow card from the first half. Daniel de Ridder the other, and how unluckily, after what was judged to be a dive by Steve Bennett, when all the evidence points to the fact he should have had a penalty. That night having to deal with that. Here's Jerome. Fussell there in support now, but he may not need him. Blocked in the end by Knight.
Yeah, it was lovely play from Jerome. Good strength to start off with, a nice bit of skill and mobility. Whether we knew Larson had fallen to the ground is debatable, but it's a great challenge, you know, from Zach Knight in the end.
Villa here having to hold firm in the face of second-half pressure from Birmingham. Palmer came to deal with the threat of Cameron Jerome. Mehdi Nafti to take the throw-in. Back to him by Jerome. Nafti lofting one in towards Giroud. Ridgewell's in there as well. And it's cleared by Petrov. Now can Akbonlahor get away from Schmitz?
Well played, Schmitz there. He was always up against it. But Akbonlahor had got a run on him. Managed just to get his body in the way and the arm across.
Fourth consecutive start for Raphael Schmitz. He has played against Villa before in an Intertoto Cup match, a win at Villa Park some 5 years ago. Birmingham trailing here. Liam Ridgewell's own goal. It's Ridgewell's header there. Now Larson. Ridgewell once more. Cameron Jerome. Back by Barry. This is Baumer. Nafti. Back pass by Johan Giroud. Knight. This is Daniel de Ridder. Schmitz. Get away to Ashley Young. Here's Carew. Taking on Giroud. Goal kick.
He seemed convinced that it should have been a corner. Did come off the Villa forward last.
Well, Villa haven't won away from home so far this season. It was when they last won away in the Premier League at Manchester City. It was their first away win of this campaign to be at the home of their greatest rivals. Petrov there was taken down by Muamba, and I think we're going to see another card here.
Well, Steve Bennett indicating that he's given him a few chances, one or two tackles he's let go. He's always stretching for this, Fabrice Muamba, and it's a nasty one because it's that shin height, isn't it? Could have been a lot worse than it is for Stilian Petrov.
On by Carew. Martin O'Neill had a good record in Old Firm derbies. This is his first taste of this particular occasion. He won twice as many games with Celtic against Rangers as he lost. Well, Jerome eased out of the way then by Zach Knight.
That's an obvious obstruction. It really is. You can see Zach Knight, he just shifts across, makes no attempt for the ball, the centre half. Should have been an easy spot, that.
Here's Kelly. Purcell couldn't get close to it. Knight has to deal with it. He does in the end find Olaf Melberg. Carew. Now Ashley Young. This is Baumer. Petrov. Through to Agbon Lahore. Kelly gets back.
Quality ball, this one from Petrov. Into the feet of his striker. Yeah, it's good defending from Kelly. Had one or two difficult tussles this afternoon, whether it's Agbon Lahore or Ashley Young. Pretty well in the main.
Reo-Coker. Ridgewell. Here's Nafti. Now Giroud. It's Martin Larson who steps in, and the space for him to move into. He's prodded it through to Carew, and here's Reo-Coker. Taking on Schmitz.
Could have turned out a lot worse, that for Birmingham City, than it actually did. They got caught short.
Here's Baumer. Ashley Young.
They're going to punish Stephen Kelly now, talking about those chills he's had to face. The fullback. Done pretty well in the main, but Steve Bennett's seen enough.
Well, as with Mwamba, he indicated it was for a collection of offences rather than that single one. Villa have the aerial prowess to test Birmingham City from just this kind of situation. But can Ashley Young pick out a colleague? Now being marshalled by Kelly.
Yeah, you'd fancy him at this far stick, wouldn't you, if you can just get the delivery right. Zach Knight towering above Stephen Kelly.
Here's Cameron Jerome. Baumer. On by Carew. And Ridgewell has to get it away from Agbon Lahore, who was lurking menacingly. Here's Jerome. Campos through the middle, Purcell further wide. That's across that clears everybody.
Yeah, that little bit of composure when need be. Let's give Aston Villa a few more things to think about with the extra man up front now, and given Cameron Jerome a bit more room to work with. Just got to be a little bit more clinical in that final third. Steve Bruce's side.
And Steve Bruce won 4 of his first 6 second City derbies against Aston Villa before the league double they got when they were last in the top division together. 1 goal was enough to win the last meeting here at St Andrews. Kevin Phillips got the goal that day for Villa. Their only league win here in nearly 20 years. And are they set for another one? Will 1 goal be enough? Here's Gareth Barry. Now Baumer.
What did he see there? Launch one into the crowd.
Martin O'Neill, who has Instillion Petrov on the field, and Sean Maloney, who's amongst his players who've thrived in the Glasgow hothouse. And so far, his team prominent in this game, although Birmingham are giving them plenty to worry about. And here's Derrida. He's forced it across. Forsell was waiting. It's well cut out, though, by Melberg. Smart defending. Here's Young. Carew had to check his run to stay onside. It's Agbonlahor, who clearly was onside. Now Young. Giroud slides it away.
Just opening up a touch now in this match. Sure too, as the second half wears on. Just shows you a similar sort of cutback, and Liam Ridgewell puts it in his own net. Melberg deals with it. That's where matches can be won and lost.
And it sprung them into an attack from which Melberg himself couldn't have benefits. He and Knight forward for the corner. Cleared by Ridgewell. Back to Ashley Young. Met by Kelly this time. Now Gareth Barry. It's Young again. Derrida standing up to him. Well, first he delayed the cross, then he blocked it. And to Young's surprise, the goal kick is given.
Well, he's had a few of these to deal with. Steve Bennett, got them all right. Important decisions. Ashley Young already out of play when it hits him. Should have been a corner.
Here's Forsell. Carson happy to let that one run wide.
Still plenty in this match for Birmingham, no doubt about it. Martin O'Neill will be well aware that his team have got to do yet before they can claim the 3 points. He's a natural goal scorer, isn't he, Forsell? Give him a chance, the chances are he will take it. Shady those attempts, but yet to get one on target. The home side.
Forsell winning the header. Now Derrida. Are Birmingham finally going to give Scott Carson some work to do? Up to the hour mark. Mwamba. Forsell! Straightforward enough for the Villa goalkeeper.
You know, you give him a few of these kind of chances and he will work the keeper. And he gets that little deflection off that night that complicates matters for Scott Carson.
So straightforward enough. They're the sort of things that have gone wrong for Thomas Sorensen and Peter Enkelman in just this kind of occasion. That's Carew. Well, Ridgewell was feeling he should have had a free kick because Agbonlahor was clambering him all over him. In the meantime, Carew just got on with it.
They just let it go, Carew, and they allowed it to bounce. Birmingham always struggling after that.
Keep right on to the end of the road is the Birmingham anthem, and it won't be a long road to get back into this game if Villa score a second. Ashley Young. Crossed by Baumer. Met confidently enough by Ridgewell and dispatched with plenty of distance. Petrov under pressure from the moment he slipped. Here's Kelly. Nafti. Now Mwamba. Here's Derrida. Cheaply given away to Petrov. Ashley Young. Through towards Akbon-Lahore, but Juru tidies up.
They've dealt pretty well with Akbon-Lahore's pace up until now, but the game is getting a little bit more stretched and open. Last half an hour, we might see a few more opportunities coming in for both sets of strikers.
Here's Mwamba. Derrida. For sale! Birmingham get their equaliser! A real bullet of a header from the man sent off at half-time. How's that for an inspired substitution?
And I tell you what, the man always most likely to produce that little bit of quality, that little bit of extra in the final third was Daniel Derrida, and he does that. He puts it on a plate for the natural predator that is Mikkel Forsell. Spoke about giving him enough chances, and he will take one of them, and he's done just that to put his side back in this game. Well, the last period we've got now, it's a beautiful bullet header from the striker, giving Carson no chance whatsoever.
His first goal since the opening weekend of the Premier League season at his old club Chelsea, and how will Liam Ridgewell be feeling about that? It's 1-1. He will be as relieved as anyone.
They showed signs of it, Birmingham, didn't they? The switch to 4-4-2 had just given that little bit of extra firepower. They're showing more and more confidence in this second half. Gaps are opening up.
Here's Barry. And he's done well to bring it clear. Here's Rio Coker. Won by Schmitz. Well, can Villa re-establish their lead here? Knight was being double marked, but still got his head to it. Had players either side of him. It's cleared by Cameron Jerome.
They'll try to keep this momentum up now. Birmingham, they've got the crowd behind them. It can be a formidable force in these circumstances. Villa will just want to put the lid on it now, next 10 minutes or so.
Here's Akbon-Lahore. Giving Birmingham a chasing again. It's Carew. And it's Ridgewell who intervenes. Credit actually to Ridgewell. He could have fallen apart. Such is the significance of this game to him that what happened after 10 minutes could really have cast a shadow over the whole game. It's Nafti who's made this mistake. It's Petrov to make the most of it, but fails to do so.
He's a long way out. Never quite catches it how he wants to, Petrov, but you're right about Ridgewell. He has competed well and he's had a tough job up against John Carew, but he stood toe-to-toe with him and challenged really well in the air against the big Norwegian. He's got leadership skills, you can see that. A good character.
Wearing the armband with Damian Johnson still out injured, and Ridgewell clearly taking that captain's role seriously. More defending to do here against John Carew, and Rio Coker free to his right, and would have surely have been the better option then for Carew.
He saw him as well, John Carew. He saw Nigel Rio Coker, who's screaming for the ball in loads of space.
Well, you get the distinct feeling that this game could still tip one way or the other. Both benches animated, Steve Bruce now in particular. Two managers who may not have faced each other before, but both very passionate, both kicking every ball. Here's Capo. Just waited too long, which allowed Rio Coker to nick it away from him. Surge of determination. Good play from Ridgewell. Well, he was keen to downplay his role in this match in the build-up to it. Had a significant role with the own goal that he scored, but it may just be a day when it turns out right in the end. There's Forsell. Sat Knights hit and hope, and offside against Agbonlahor. Quick free kick from Ridgewell, may well have been out of position, but Jerome won't mind, particularly if he can pick out Forsell. He's gone for it! Great save by Carson, wonderful reaction.
Just looked like he might have seen that very late, the keeper. Really sharp reactions.
Well, here's Capo. Forsell. Muamba. Forsell again. Just sold Derrida short. Giroud. Agbonlahor felt that was worth a free kick. Nafti. Schmitz. Oh, might let it run. It's Jerome!
Those two strikers combining really well now to give the two Villa centre-halves a lot of problems. That Knight's got to be stronger in those situations, just getting edged out of it. But Cameron Jerome has worked these channels really well in the second half with the aid of a fellow striker. And when he pulls the trigger here, he really does connect with it well. A good stop from Scott Carson. There's the change.
Luke Moore, another local lad, comes on in place of John Carew, who's got through more than an hour on his return from that knee injury. It's a 100th senior game for Luke Moore, including a loan spell he had at Wickham. Here's Stephen Kelly. Well, this fixture has often been remembered for Villa goalkeeping contributions for all the wrong reasons, but Scott Carson with a good memory to take from this after that save, particularly if it earns Villa at least a point, possibly three. Here's Agbonlahor, it's Luke Moore who's just on, and he's kept it in play as well. Kelly away, Barry's there, Rio Coca couldn't keep it down.
Well, how'd you like them? How'd you like them? On the volley, 7 yards out in the local derby. What a chance for Nigel Rio Coca to carve himself into Villa folklore with this one. And he makes an almighty hash of it and slices it horribly. And in the end, he's nowhere near getting this one on target. Well, a tough game for him. He hasn't really been able to stamp his authority on it in that midfield area. Rio Coca in his first second city derby.
Well, Birmingham had players throwing themselves at that to try and keep Villa at bay, and may well have been a collision with his own player, Stephen Kelly, actually, that saw Nafti go down. It's another problem for Birmingham to deal with after the injury scare they had with Giroud in the first half. He got through that. This team are going to have some brave defending to do to see this one through.
Oh, looked in a lot of pain there. Nafti. Stephen Kelly, was it? Treading on his... A double substitution, though, for Birmingham coming up. A positive one. Steve Bruce.
Well, the last substitution worked pretty well for him, didn't it? Mikael Forsell coming on at half-time and scoring. Now Sebastian Larsson and Gary O'Connor are set to be sent on by the Birmingham manager. Unfortunately, though, a stretcher being needed for Mehdi Nafti.
Well, Larsson knows where the net is. So does Gary O'Connor as a striker. He wants to win this match, Steve Bruce, clearly.
Livio Capo being talked through the new plan by Eric Black. Sad side to having to be carried away, and even the Villa fans generous in their applause for him as he leaves. They're holding back on the second substitution just for now, so it is at the moment just going to be Larsson for Nafti. Larsson, who scored 9 goals last season. Can he now follow Forsell's lead with 18 minutes to go, and Birmingham having got themselves back into this contest? Here's Muamba. Larsson's first touch, and with it he finds Schmidt. Here's Larsson. Giroud. Pushed clear by Barry to Luke Moore. Now Giroud. It's cross, met by Knight. And that's Gareth Barry. Kelly. Giroud. Moves by Larsson, finds his captain. Here's Baumer. Moore colliding with Liam Ridgewell. Schmitz. Knight meets it. There's Capo. Rio Coker being shadowed by Larsson, who's come on for shin injury victim, Mehdi Nafti. Just keeping Rio Coker at bay there.
Difficult to call this one, isn't it? Moment. Who might go on and get the winner? Change of emphasis for Villa without Carew. More than Bonlahor, given a different threat.
Ridgewell just letting it run back to his goalkeeper. Well, Birmingham will be wary after the experience of their last game when they drew level with Everton, only to concede 2 injury-time goals and end up on the wrong end of a 3-1 scoreline. A mistake they can't afford to repeat this time around. Here's Derrida. Kelly. Baumer. Barry. Young. Barry. Good challenge initially by Muamba, then by Capo, and then Larsson becomes embroiled as well. The free kick given against Larsson. Now the substitution. Good news for Scotland that Gary O'Connor is fit. Bad news for Cameron Jerome, but he is the man to come off.
He's got through a lot of work. Cameron Jerome. This gives them that little bit of extra energy. The last 15.
Could be a big week for Gary O'Connor with that match against Italy next weekend, for which he's in the Scottish squad. Good news for Alex McLeish that with Kenny Miller fighting his way back to fitness yesterday, O'Connor has also overcome that recent groin injury. A little bit of apprehension here for Birmingham, perhaps. Barry delivers with the free kick. Helped on by Forsell, but Larsson is there. And now Baumer. It's Rio Coker's header. Barry. Bonlahor touches it through, Giroud away. Here's Petrov. Not the service Moore wanted.
He's touched it around the corner at Bonlahor. Should have been a foul for me. Ridgewell certainly caught him.
Here's Larsson. Melberg. Schmitz. Here's O'Connor. First positive contribution from the new man, who has won a corner. O'Connor, a man who once came on as a substitute to score the winner in a Russian Cup final. Can Can he follow that with the experience of coming on as due to score the winner in a second City derby? 13 minutes to go. Liam Ridgewell, who might have his eyes on the possibility of scoring at both ends in this game. It's in towards him.
There's half a chance. Needed a pretty subtle connection on this. He's well past the near post. Liam Ridgewell, what a story that would have been.
And Juro go back into defence to deal with Agbon, the horse threat there. O'Connor has it taken away from him by Knight. And this is Nigel Reo-Coker. Schmitz gets his body in the way and gets it away to O'Connor. Brought down by Vassell and away by Martin Larsson. Here's Ridgewell. Juro away by Melberg. Mwamba got the touch. Now Stephen Kelly. O'Connor's touch. Melberg. Here's Barry. Baumer. And Moore's made the run in behind Juro, but it was anticipated by Mike Taylor.
And he gets to that stage in the match now where nobody wants to lose a local derby of this importance. So, question of which team wants to just push that extra man forward in search of the winner.
Kelly. O'Connor. Kelly. That's Juro finding Liam Ridgewell. Towards O'Connor, who wins his battle with Larsson for the header. Baumer, though, gets it away. Barry. Kelly. It's Knight's header back. It's that Knight who has had the opportunity on a couple of occasions to move back to his hometown with Birmingham City. But left here after a trial and rejected them for Fulham back in February '99. When he did go back to his hometown, it was with the club he supported as a boy, Aston Villa. Ten minutes to go, and as these derbies have shown on so many past occasions, absolutely anything is possible.
And still pretty fast pace. Neither team slowing up at all here.
Here's Ashley Young. Now Gareth Barry on the surge. It's Reo-Coker. Melberg drifts it in. Sebastian Larsson behind it. That's Petrov. Melberg. Capo trying to hold him up. And Schmitz wrestles his way. Reo-Coker. Now Knight. Barry up against one-time friend and colleague, Liam Ridgewell. Holds him off to find Stilian Petrov. Wilfred Baumer, who's never scored for Villa. Well, the action keeps coming. More Premier League football to come. It's Portsmouth against Manchester City live next on Sky Sports 1 and HD1 from 3:30. He'll be disappointed with the way his team have lost their lead. It's a point the best he can hope for, though, now, Martin O'Neill.
Well, perhaps he would have taken that at the start of the afternoon, but when you do go a goal ahead, you're always hoping to cling on to it, aren't you? They haven't been at the free-flowing best going forward today.
Here's Agbonlahor. Away by Schmitz. Larson meets it before Petrov can. There's Melberg. Agbonlahor. Here's Rio Coca. Petrov. Won by Forsell. Knight. Ridgewell. Now Melberg. Larson. There's Knight. O'Connor coming in to make life uncomfortable for him. And then putting pressure on Larson too. Capo. And it's Schmitz who's made the forward run. Forsell couldn't get there, and Young slices it behind.
A really well-timed run from Schmitz. And it's not a bad cross at all, is it? Just asking for somebody to get a cross of Ashley Young there.
Well, after late heartbreak at Goodison, is there to be late drama in Birmingham's favour here? Liam Ridgewell getting the crowd up. There'll be willingness to go in now. Just over 6 minutes to go. Larson's corner, and Carson grapples with it. Knight has to win the challenge with Capo. And it's another corner.
Well, he thinks it was already in his grasp. Might just have been well to try and punch this rather than catch it. It certainly wasn't in his grasp.
Nowhere near being in Scott Carson's grasp. Another moment of expectation for Steve Bruce, a moment of trepidation for Villa. It's Larson's corner, Ridgewell! How close was he from going from 0 to hero?
Well, he's always a threat on these kind of corners. He climbs well. Oh, what a stop from Agbonlahor that was. That's what he was on the post for. That was creeping in.
Well, that has given them renewed hope and vigour. Ridgewell agonisingly close then to making up for his first half mistake. Larson delivers again. This time Villa deal with it. Nwamba. Away by Petrov. Birmingham throw.
Just imagine this place would have exploded if that header would have found the far corner. It's great play from Gabby Agbonlahor, doing his job at the far stick, not going to sleep. Stick out his right boot and deny Birmingham.
It's high from Schmitz. Knight's ball up. Moore. Now Young. Agbonlahor! An unbelievable finish! Agbonlahor, saviour with a goal line clearance from Liam Ridgewell at one end, scores what could be the winner at the other.
It's quite amazing, isn't it? Quite amazing. I tell you what, this was not an easy header for the striker. He's only a little fella, but he does really well, and he knows exactly what he's trying to do. Mike Taylor, I am sure, will be devastated to let this one creep past him. He gets a hand, he seems to get a hand to it. It bounces up off the turf. He certainly does get a hand to it, but he doesn't care. Surely the winner now.
And who is it that he beats to the header but Liam Ridgewell? Quite some duel, and it's had a very significant minute or two, that particular duel. Agbonlahor, I think, has been booked for his celebration. One or two of the Villa fans struggle to contain themselves at the right-hand end of this St Andrew's ground. Such was the explosion of joy from them at the moment when Agbonlahor scored, but the drama may not be over yet.
Himself in the crowd, hasn't he, Agbonlahor? But moments like that, you're not really in control of your emotions.
Here's Rio Coca. Away by Liam Ridgewell. Capo.
Oh, it's not often these days you see a local boy settle in a local derby, but he might just have done it. Rabbi Agbonlahor, he won't care about the booking if his team gets the 3 points. Tough to take.
Steve Bruce will care very much about the way that he was able to get in his header for that goal that could well be the winning goal. Might get even better. Petrov. And they allowed the bounce for Petrov there. Luke Moore's in there too, and he's won a free kick.
Well, just didn't deal with the bouncing ball. It's Moamba's challenge on Luke Moore that gives away the free kick. Chance for Villa now just to tick down the clock. Petrov struggling as well. In fairness, it was a really well delivered ball there from out on the left. It didn't give Ridgewell much chance. Played a low, flat trajectory. Perfect for the striker.
Well, Stilian Petrov is hobbling off. But any doubts about the outcome would surely be settled if Aston Villa were to make something of this. And it could be the second late horror show for Birmingham in as much as the Villa fans already jumping for joy behind the goal that the Wall and Mike Taylor protect. Their joy would be unconfined if they were to settle it here. It's Ashley Young, it's against the wall, it's Young again. And that going to safety from Birmingham's point of view as it does, it gives Birmingham hope that in 4 minutes of added time, they may yet get something out of this match.
Well, you've seen it happen here before, haven't you? Birmingham do not stop going until the final whistle.
Here's Agbonlahor. Happy to run it to the corner and just hold it if he can. Schmitz, though, had other ideas. Here's Melberg with the throw. This will suit Villa now, just to break it up, get Birmingham frustrated, to keep it here. That's certainly Agbonlahor's aim. And Schmitz and Capo having trouble getting it away from this corner of the field. Nothing too ambitious now from Martin O'Neill's side. There's Petrov. Here's Luke Moore. There's nobody central. He was going to have to work it through on his own. Petrov was trying to get there.
Well, if they can keep the ball there, they'll be well pleased. A couple of minutes to go.
Here's Capo. Larsson's throw, Melberg away. Larsson. Martin Larsson. Pushing the back of Petrov from Birmingham's Sebastian Larsson. Well, they're feeling it's been cruelly snatched away from them.
They're on a tough run, aren't they? Steve Bruce's side. There'll be 5 defeats in the last 6. They've been played quite well in some of those matches, and they've played the part here.
Here's Moore. It's a familiar pattern now for Villa to just try and run down the clock. They can afford that little smile. It's within touching distance, but a foul throw from Olaf Melberg gives Birmingham a little bit of hope. Martin O'Neill within sight now of victory in his first Birmingham derby in charge of Aston Villa and his 50th Premier League game in charge of the club. Melberg. Ridgewell's header away. On towards Mikel Forsell. Gareth Barry.
Well, it's been a good tussle, hasn't it? Everything you'd expect from a local derby. Both sets of players going at it full on.
There's been a check on the watch already. It's all over. Aston Villa had their 3rd consecutive win in the Second City derby, and Gabriel Agbonlahor, a Brummie, the 21-year-old from Erdington, was the hero, and hero at both ends as well. A goal line clearance to stop Liam Ridgewell from going from villain to hero, and then the winning goal. Birmingham 1, Aston Villa.
Well, it's a great feeling when you've won it, but Birmingham City will be absolutely gutted about that. Him in particular, because he thought he'd won it as that ball left his head. Gabriel Agbonlahor cleared it, and minutes later scored the winner. That's how it goes sometimes. 6 Premier League games being played today, remember. That is the first of them. There's another started, and I'll get you up to date in a moment with the scores, but no change for Birmingham then. They stay in 14th place, 11 points from 13 played now. Villa started the day in 10th. They go up 2 at the moment into 8th. Chelsea have started against Everton. Half-time there, as you can see, it's goalless. Still to come, Bolton and Middlesbrough, Manchester United and Blackburn, Tottenham and Wigan, and our match, Portsmouth against Manchester City. That one starts at 4 o'clock. Football first, 10 o'clock on Sky Sports 1 with Matt Lorenzo. Straight to match choice today for a first look at all of the day's football. Confirmation of what's coming, Pompey and Manchester City from 3:30. And football first at 10 o'clock tonight. Glenn Hoddle and Jamie Redknapp are with us. Andy's gone round to prepare for commentary on the second match that we're watching. Well, not Birmingham's day. You just felt that it might not be as well. All the reaction from St Andrews when we come back on a really good Second City derby, which Aston Villa have won 2-1.
today. If Scotland beat Italy, they'll be heroes. They're to the European Championship finals. And England will be down and out, unless Israel keep out Russia. Don't miss Scotland v Italy at 4 on Sky Sports 1 and HD1. And Israel v Russia at
high definition. This is the goal that won it. And here he is, Gabby Agbonlahor, with the man of the match, and they're talking with Guy Havord.
Well done, boys. Gabby, is that the biggest moment of your Villa career so far?
Yeah, I think definitely. I've had a few good moments in my career, but it's one of the best.
Was it all about using the pace on that cross?
Yeah, I think Ash has been putting good balls in all day, really. I think it's about time for one of them went in, really.
Seconds before you cleared off the line, what were you doing there? You always there?
Well, we take it in turns, really. Sometimes I stay up, sometimes I'm on the post, but actually job on the post, really, to try and clear it.
What brought you back this time?
No, that's my job. That was my instructions for the post, so I was just there.
Ashley, what type of game was it to play in today?
Well, you know, it's a local derby, second city derby. It's a massive game for, you know, not just the players, the fans, you know, everybody at both clubs, and you know, to get the 3 points is what we needed. And
were you getting a bit worried at 1-1?
No, you know, we always thought we could go on and get the second goal, and you know, it just proved we did.
Gabby, you're a local lad, Birmingham born. What does it mean to you?
Yeah, I think not just the goal. I think the win really means a lot to my family and friends, really. And it's just nice to get the 3 points today, really.
You come from a Villa family, do you?
Yeah, I live quite close to the area, so I support the team, so definitely.
All your family Villa supporters? Any Blues in there?
Not really. I mean, that I play for Villa, I think they're gonna follow me, so yeah, they're all Villa.
Well done today. Ashley's the Barclays man of the match. If you'd like to make the presentation, please.
Thanks a lot.
I think you enjoyed his performance today, Glenn, didn't you, Ashley?
Yeah, very positive in a game that wasn't for the purists, really, and we didn't think it was going to be that derby match, but he did some very positive things. He affected the game in the first half particularly, and then obviously he's come up with a beautiful cross for the winner.
Yeah, did Villa twice score against the runner player there, was the...
Yeah,
it was a bit of a surprise, wasn't
possibly. It had a bit of quality, especially that young guy there, the little man. He was, every time the ball came to him, the game sort of came alive. He really did give Birmingham a lot of problems, and it was a great ball in for the winning goal. Absolutely top class, fantastic ball.
This is the opener.
Yeah.
And Birmingham had got out of the traps really well. So how much of a blow then when you concede like this, having been on the front foot?
This was still almost their first attack, Glenn, wasn't it? And it's a good ball in that is, but Liam Ridgewell, no matter what you say, has to defend better. He doesn't react. He doesn't anticipate that the ball could fall to him, and it hits him on the knee. Look, he's flat-footed. You've got to swing your left foot. You have to do everything apart from that.
He's not anticipated one little bit, and that's the problem. You know, as a defender, you're going to have to anticipate whether a striker's there or one of your own defenders. And at that stage of the game, you've got to be on your toes, and he wasn't.
The equalising goal, when it came, obviously made him feel better. But I wonder how frustrated Derrida will feel looking back on what he will feel as a cast iron penalty, but he ended up getting booked for this, Jamie.
It is a penalty. He's come inside, lovely feet, lovely quick feet, and Bennett, the referee, has not got the best of views, but he's just clipped him. He's clipped him probably twice there.
Doesn't say how hard you've got to touch him.
This is the one, isn't it, Glenn? This, like, look at Larsson's there, right foot. Look at his right foot there. There's your penalty. He goes down.
Him. And, you know, to be booked as well, you know, it's disappointing when a big decision like that goes against you.
Try to defend the referee in those circumstances. He can't get if he's not 100% sure that it's a penalty, can he? Should he be booking then, unless he's 100%? Well, obviously he thought he was.
In his mind, he's thinking that the lad has dived. Now, if he thinks he's dived, we don't want to see diving. Let's make that clear. That's one of the worst things you see in football, when someone's conned the referee and conned everyone. You don't want that, but I think you've got to be 100% sure that there was no touch, and he's made a quick decision there.
Forsell made a difference, didn't he?
I did. It was a great goal. Best piece of Birmingham play all match. They picked it up in their own half, and they managed to play, and they got it out. I think it's a good piece of defending. Stephen Kelly picks it up. There's a little bit of confidence about this piece of play. This is when they had their best spell, Richard. This is when they were really starting to play and starting to believe. After the goal came, they got perhaps a little bit ragged, and I'm sure Steve Bruce would feel that they tried to win it too much. Great piece of play by Capo. Mohamed gets it out wide, and this is just a great cross. Look at Forsell, holds his ground. Larsson doesn't know whether he's going to try and come across the near post or does he stay where he is, and it's such a strong header.
They've worked the ball. It's the first time that they've actually played through midfield and got in behind. But what he does for us, he gets himself in between the two defenders.
Great ball.
He just gets himself in between the two centre-halves and bang, what a header, the power. But it was the first time that Birmingham, see, they played a 3 in midfield against their 2, Villa's 2, and all day they didn't really capitalise on that. It was very much, you know, but that was the only time when the game was stretched and they used the midfield to open them up, and it's the best part of the game. It's the only bit of football I think we really enjoyed in here, because it was a lot of a cutthroat derby, and then they've nursed the ball out right, terrific ball in, and a worthy goal.
Doesn't matter now, but Rio Coker missed a sitter, didn't he? Can we make him any excuses?
Not really, no. It's absolutely shocking technique, because as the ball falls to him, Gareth Barry's really alive, because it's such a good header. He sees that he's on his own, Nigel Rio Coker, but look, that is shocking. Watch, look, he's all off balance.
It's the wrong technique, isn't it,
From a midfield player's point of view, you have to go and at least hit the target. If you don't score, fair enough, but to so high and wide as that was awful.
We have this debate week in, week out, because Andy's passionate about it. Do you mark posts? Are you a fan of having players on both?
I always have one on the back post, and I have one. The front shield would go back and do the near post if the ball goes over the back. But the back post has always, in my opinion, got. And how well was it defended there? You know, that changes the whole game. It's a terrific bit of defending. Even players that go back on the post sometimes get lost in the concentration levels and they walk outside the post. I've seen that happen. But the young lad did his job well.
Exactly right, because it's always saying you're doing the post, but sometimes a manager will say to a player, you're doing the post because 1, they're not good defenders, and 2, they just lose their man all the time. So it's almost the job that nobody wants. So if you're going to get it, you have to react like that. That was perfect, because he was alive, he was anticipated it, and it's great, and he ends up getting the winning goal as well.
Ridgewell, nearly the hero there. Unfortunately for him, it turns out to be a Bon Lahore that is, because he gets the winner.
He gets the winner in the end. But as the ball goes out here, Richard, to Young, it's poor defending. They don't stop the cross well enough. I mean, it is a poor, but they don't need to be that deep. Look how deep they are. The back line of Birmingham are so deep on their goalkeeper. He's got no chance of coming, no chance whatsoever. They haven't worked the cross enough. It's a beautiful ball in, though.
I've got no doubt at all, Glenn. There, Daniel de Ridder, number 20. If that would have been Stephen Kelly, it'd given Stephen Kelly a really difficult time. Stephen Kelly would have showed him onto his left foot. The last thing you want... Outside. Get him to the corner flag, because the last thing you would want Ashley Young doing there is his all right foot is getting it onto his right and clipping the ball in. Exactly what he did. Stephen Kelly knew that, been playing against him for 86 minutes, would have got him down to the line. Daniel de Ridder didn't get close enough and also showed him onto his favourite right foot.
He'd done it in the first half all day, Kelly. He'd just shown him on the outside, and it's just a shame that he got caught up, tucked in, and the midfield players have got to come back, and he's just switched off. He hasn't worked him enough.
How do you get out of a spell like this if you're Birmingham?
They didn't do that bad. I've got to be honest, I know it's a derby match, and that will be a huge inquest into it now and why they lost. My opinion was I thought they worked really hard. I thought Forsell coming back was a real bonus for him, and the game could have gone either way. I just felt that Steve Bruce will look at it and think they'd have took the draw in the end to come back from 1-1, but they really did try to win the game, which is credit to them, but it ended up because they almost lost their shape a little bit at the end.
I just think they're caught between two stools at the moment. We said before the game that I think Steve wants to play with a bit more technique, a bit more flair in his team. I don't know, I think where they find themselves at this moment in time, they're going to have to roll their sleeves up and show some character. Whether he's got them individuals in the club at the moment to actually get results that way is, you know, only Steve will know. Let's hope he has. But I think they're looking at them at the moment. They're caught between whether we become a passing team that are going to try and play a little bit more open, or are we going to close the shop up and just fight and scrap? Because if they don't get, you know, the direction right, they're going to fall into a real problem there. So let's hope that Steve, you know, looks at it and does the right thing.
Well, we're at Fratton Park waiting to see Pompey and Manchester City, two of the teams hoping to break into the top 4 this season. Villa might be thinking that way as now. They've won the derby in Birmingham today. More reaction to come from St Andrews or so. What an afternoon for Steve Bruce, but he enjoyed himself.
Would you like to watch Sky Sports live wherever you are? All the action just like you get on your TV at home? Now you can with Sky Mobile TV. Watch live Premier League football on your phone. Exclusive golf from the US Open and the European Tour. Cricket coverage from around the world. Every kick from England's autumn internationals.
Martin, how did you enjoy your first Birmingham derby?
Well, I didn't really. I didn't enjoy much of it really. I'm obviously delighted we've won. Game could have gone either way. Thought Birmingham never gave up, got the equalising goal, and for a 10 or 15 minute period, then back foot. But I thought that the early exchanges all went to Birmingham. We settled down, got the goal in front. I thought we started to play not so badly then. If you get the chance to play in these derby games. And I thought we probably just about merited in front at half-time. Knew that this was going to be seesaw. The game really opened up, and Birmingham got the equaliser. Who's to say they didn't deserve it at that stage? And I felt that next goal wins the game. Obviously, if there's going to be one, I'm delighted it was us.
And Gabby Agbonlahor was a hero at both ends, clearing off the line before scoring the winner.
He's having a marvellous time. He's a really good player, and what I like most about him is he's prepared to work. He's prepared to try and get better. And there's a vast improvement in his game in every department in the last 14, 16, 18 months, all due to him.
Birmingham had a couple of strong claims for penalties in the first half. What view?
Well, I'm obviously a long distance away from it, but the referee was right in the spot. Are you talking about the one where he booked the player for
diving?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's at that stage that the referee's there, and he's very, very close to it. I haven't seen it back. You probably tell me. I don't know, but whatever you say about Steve Bennett, he's a very good referee. He's right on the spot. If you tell me that wasn't the case, I just don't know.
Do you think your team deserved to win overall?
Well, the game was in the balance, and even at 1-0, I mean, we had a little chance. Interesting, it was Gabby as well too. Just before half-time, we had a great chance to maybe go 2 in front, which would have given us a wee bit of respite. But it was in the balance, and it could have gone either way.
You didn't enjoy the game. Will you enjoy tonight?
Yes, I enjoy the result, but that's me, and I'm delighted. I'm obviously delighted for this team. I'm delighted for our fans, and probably deep down relieved to get out of it.
Well done.
Thanks very much.
Short memories, these guys. He wasn't such a good referee when he sent him off against Fulham earlier in the season, but there we go.